This is Jimmy.
Nuclear launch detected.
Right on.
Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be JAEDONG and BarrackS here fighting on Eclipse for our entertainment. It's going to be an RJB replay. Top right, it's going to be BarrackS. He's our purple Terran player, and in the bottom left is going to be JAEDONG. Sporting yellow today, one of my favorite colors for Zerg. I know some people disagree, but hey, no accounting for taste, right? So this is going to be a DEF CON 1 replay sent to me by RJB of RJB TV fame. Check him out, youtube.com/@RJB_TV. If you like StarCraft, and you probably do because you clicked on this video. So Eclipse, a good map for ZVTs, I feel like. Just, you know, wide open spaces for surrounds. We've got some ramps for tanks and stuff, and Marines who also are ranged, and Steve the SCV scouting out here, just going ahead and throwing down a supply depot at the front, which could mean it's going to be mech, but not guaranteed. Terror the Overlord moving out on this two-player map. He knows exactly where the Terran player is, and a drone moving out. Okay. So JAEDONG really wants to know what the opening build order is here for BarrackS, or maybe it's going to be a proxy hatch. We will see what this drone is up to today. Well, it's not a command center first. That's good. Good intel there, Mr. Drone. I'm just going to go ahead and harass the SCV, because what else do you do when you show up at the Terran base at 1 minute and 40 seconds? Forcing another SCV off the line. Run! Run, little SCV. Chase him. Chase him. Don't let him in. Do not let him in here. So, alright. So it's going to be hatch first play here. And the drone says, alright, good enough. I know it's not a command center first play. So just standard openings here on this ZVT on Eclipse. And it's a beautiful day for StarCraft. That is certainly the case. It is always a beautiful day for StarCraft. That is the secret of life. Okay, so pool coming up, morphing in from a drone. And third hatch at 2 minutes and 30. Waiting for the minerals. 40 seconds. 30. 40 seconds. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Expansion for BarrackS at the same time here. And gas morphing in as well. So, macro openings for both of these players. Not a Supro Super macro opening, otherwise known as a Supro opening from BarrackS. But yeah, command center first on a two-player map with an opponent as Zerg is not very safe. So BarrackS said, okay, BarrackS and then command center. The SCV says, all right, he is matching. He is matching me on my macro opening. Very good. And yeah, just pretty much consistently making Marines here. First 100 gas. Where's it gonna go? It's gonna go to a lair. Yes, indeed it is. Gonna go to a lair. Zergling said, I miss the days. I miss the days when the first 100 gas would be prioritized to us for speed. But alas, those days are behind us. Although, lo, they may return again. But I don't know. I do not know. The SCV says, yes, okay, 100 gas. Lair, engineering bay. Too early for Mutalisks. Well, too early for a Mutalisk timing, but yeah, it's a +1 here. Early +1. Starting before the Academy finishes. Alright, BarrackS, this has all the hallmarks, so it could be an SK Terran play here against JAEDONG. Is JAEDONG, who has 500 APM right now because he's spamming super hard, is he going to go for the Hydra stuff against this SK Terran? Is he going to go more traditional Lings and Ultras and Defilers, or are we going to have some more anti-air in the form of the Hydralisk? That's a question that we need the answer to. And we might get it here fairly soon. I mean, look, Spire's the standard opening in the situation. You can just go Hydralisks. But forcing the Terran to get turrets up, sniping a few SCVs, kind of forcing the Terran at home, being able to deal with move-outs from these Marines and medics with a giant mutaflock is also really nice, too. It's kind of a map control scenario, right? For the Zerg player. Factory on the way. Now the question is this going to be an addition of siege tanks? Will this factory instead be used to make a starport? And maybe some vultures later, but I mean, nothing too crazy, right? No tanks. Not going nuts with that. Holy Ling Flood Batman. You! JAEDONG decided we're going for it. Wow. I don't feel good about that at all. Not even a little bit. So there's a scan, and there's a scan, and he sees the spire and doesn't see much of anything else. I don't think he knows there's 100 million lings down here. Is he waiting to catch a move out? You're not busting through this wall. I'm sorry. There are way too many Marines back here. They've got medic support. There's repair capabilities right now. This is nuts. They still got 24 drones, too. This is fantastic out of JAEDONG. He's macroing hard. He's really setting up a very incredible trap here. But, I mean, BarrackS doesn't really seem to want to move out at all. He's just kind of hanging. Getting a pretty fast control tower here. Hold on a second. How's that second gas rolling? I wonder if it's a Valkyrie. Maybe it's dropship? Could be Valk. He's like, alright, I don't want to deal with these Mutalisks with Marines on the ground and turrets that can't chase. Let's see what we get here. Supply depot. Science facility coming in. Alright, so we get some action finally here at 6 minutes. Los Mutalisks are out. They are ready to go. Let's see how they do. Marines chasing them away. Nicely positioned here by BarrackS. As per usual, it is a Hydra Den coming in. Now, whether or not that Hydra Den is for Hydras or for Hydralisks you're going to turn into Lurkers, another question. Because that could be an option here too. Man, +2 getting fired up for an infantry very quickly for BarrackS. I'm loving this. Throws down a second engineering bay. Irradiate's getting researched here at 7 minutes. I like it. I mean, this is a pretty intense commitment into Mutalisks here. 11 is not quite normal, I would say. But it's not out of the ordinary either. But yeah, he hasn't really done much. I don't think he's killed anything. He's really just like, come on, BarrackS, come out. Send some units out here outside of the safety of your walls, and I will crush it. Ha 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 ha, I will crush your attack and hear the lamentations of your women. Okay, fine. Supply depot sniped a supply block on BarrackS. That totally sucks. That's not good news if you're going to be BarrackS here. Oh my gosh, might get this one too. Marines are just... Okay, alright, there we go. Beautiful. I mean, this is why you clicked on this, right? For JAEDONG's beautiful Mutalisk control. I mean, come on. Radiate! Split is not good! Ooh, that was not a great split. Ended up... Wow, look at all those injured Mutalisks now. Ended up losing 2 mutas, and everybody else has been bruised up quite heavily. Queen's Nest at 8:30. Scourge being added in. Lurkers getting fired up somewhere. Not at the front, though. Apparently at the natural base. A fine place to put Lurkers, I guess. But, man, if you're putting the pressure on the Terran player, Lurker in the front would be kind of sick right now. Man is not building tanks. He's getting science vessels. Great. Throwing up a bunch of BarrackS. SK turning his way all sorts to victory here. However, third base is going to be a big deal. Oh, it's a tank. Oh, no. It's not SK Terran anymore. Okay. So it is not SK Terran, in fact. I love the scan. Reveals 1 Ling out here. Yeah, I don't know. I think JAEDONG messed up. JAEDONG made a bunch of Lings and did not use them at all. I mean, still hasn't used them for anything. Sure, it's a big standing army out here, but that's not how you're supposed to play Zerg. You're supposed to play Zerg where you don't make the giant army until you need it. And he didn't need it. He didn't bust with it. He didn't defend with it. He didn't pick off an army with it. These Lings have just been hanging out. These could have been drones, man. This could have been drones. This could have been a 4th base. Maybe you're going to commit now, though. All right, cool. So we're committing now. Radiate on the mutas. Very, very nicely done. Mutas are all... Okay, wow. So the mutas didn't even split. What the heck was that? Lurkers are still doing pretty okay, except there's a siege tank at the top of the ramp. Okay. Nope. That was not it from JAEDONG. I'm sorry. That was pretty terrible. That was... All the Lings died. All the Mutalisks died. 4 Lurkers saved... were saved by running away. And they've got a combined, like, I don't know, 6, 8, 7 kills. Maybe 8. A bunker died. Supply depot went down. Maybe some Marines died here, but, BarrackS is like, well, do I move out now? What do I do here? Adrenal's coming in for the Lings. Falcon's favorite upgrade in the game. They are 0-1 Lings. There are some Hydras that have not been turned into Lurkers here, too. So going to use a combination of Scourge and Hydras to try to pick off these flying science vessels. That's why the tanks are being produced here to deal with the combination of Hydras and Lurkers. Siege tanks are a great answer to both of those things. The Filer round coming in at 10 minutes, and we are, we're just full into the swing of late game TVZ here at 11 minutes. I guess that's what happens when you don't really have any major pushouts from the Terran player for, well, we still haven't had one. This is it, I guess. 11 minute push out here. And immediately this gets jumped on, man. Wow. Lurkers try to burrow into the south. The Lurkers on the left side are all dead. Nope. 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 This is not it. I don't know what JAEDONG is trying to do here. Like, his choice of when to engage here has been kind of not great. Question mark. You. Okay. Well, look. JAEDONG's on 3 bases. He's got a base advantage here on the Terran player. But I gotta feel like the loss... Okay. Just the units lost, resources lost in these battles. Yes, Marines are dying. But like 20... I want to say 25 Lurkers have died so far. BarrackS has really not been stopped in his tracks at all. He's just continuing to push out here. Adrenalings with 0 attack. Still pretty good. And you gotta get back. That's the spirit. And Darkstorm. And Darkstorm? Oh, Consume's not done yet. Never mind. Defiler dies for nothing. Zergling's trying to jump on this thing. Again, Adrenal, amazing. But Siege Tank's pretty good too. 8 kills, Silk, 6 kills, 4 kills. It's not a giant Terran setup here. The Lurkers burrowing on it, and I think these tanks are all going to die, and they are. So JAEDONG does stop that before it gets able, it's able to set up here at this natural base. Or at the 3rd base. A 4th base is coming in here now too. Any sign of a 3rd base? Yeah, 3rd CC is under construction here from BarrackS. He is scanning like a madman. He sees the 4th base. He says, ooh, maybe we can move out. Maybe we can do that. Ultralisk Cavern. On the way. Not a huge surprise here. Plague getting researched too. Also not a surprise. Adrenalings, taking their pound of flesh there. Getting some decent hits, but nothing too major. Just kind of slowing, right? Slowing. 34 drones is not exactly where you want to be, but I think now that all the tech exists for JAEDONG, he's going to do a little bit more into the droning. Kind of split between droning and producing Lings and Lurkers here. Plague's done. So that's your consume sound, and that is the sound of Plague, my friend. I know it doesn't sound like it, but it is. And no, it's a Dark Swarm. Okay. Another consume and a Plague. Plague? Plague! Oh! There it is. Not the greatest Plague of all time, but also the Defiler dies. That's a better Plague. Excellent. Okay, so JAEDONG plaguing it up. BarrackS not happy about it, but he's going to keep his guys on the move here so the medics don't drain all their energy, trying to heal up a Plague Marine. 4th base by JAEDONG is super happy. 3rd base is landed from BarrackS, but guess who's heading up this general direction? Adrenalings, still with +0 attack. Look, they're working on melee attack level 1. It's on the way, but chitinous plating was a higher priority, and that's understandable. Zerglings, are there no, nice, oh, good Plague. 4 science vessels catching that Plague. That's what we like to see. Radiated Defiler dies. Nobody around him. No witnesses. How did he die? It's only through a post-mortem operation and autopsy that we can see it was an irradiate. That killed that Defiler. And made it explode. I like that the death animation, depending on how you... I mean, there's nothing depending on how you die. You just explode if you're a Defiler when you die. Wings. Good Plague again. Okay, Dark Storms. That's going to be more problematic here. It was just the Plagues. I think BarrackS is going to hold it. Good job pulling back outside of the orange cloud. Muta. Ah, Muta on the Plague. Science Vessel's brutality. Oh. Well, I did lose all of my mutas in that L-Fated attack of the natural base, but I can make a couple more. It's battle cruisers. Holy crap. All right, guys, it's battle cruisers. Here we go. Good Plague. Will the battle cruisers be used to great effect? Will they kill extractors? I almost said refineries because I'm me. Will they soak up Scourge that would otherwise stop dropships from landing in a base like this? Maybe. There's all sorts of good things battle cruisers can do that is not just, you know, killing the enemy army. First Ultralisk of the game on the way. Just kidding. More Ultralisks exist here. Alright. Wings jumping up. Darkstorm Firebats are in the comp here. That's a humongous Plague. Wow. That's an insanely big Plague there. The Firebats are like, yeah, bring it. Bring it, little dudes. That Defiler gets a Dark Swarm up before he gets roasty toasty. Look, I know most of you do not like StarCraft 2, but I gotta tell you, the fact that there are different death animations for units in StarCraft 2, depending on how they die, is kind of cool. Like, if a fire unit takes down something else, that thing dies in flames. It is wreathed in flames and dies screaming. It's really, really pretty cool. So, anyway, I mean, look, that's not gameplay, right? That's not the things you're complaining about for the most part. Anyway, Yamato's coming in because obviously we are committing to these battle cruisers. Will the battle cruiser curse take effect? We've seen wins with battle cruisers fairly recently on the channel. I'm not super worried about it. Got a Radiate on the Ultralisk, another disgusting Plague. And BarrackS just falls back. He says, all right, well, we've got a third base. Zerg has a fourth base. It's a fine position to be in. It's not the favorite of positions to be in, but still. Yeah, this little group trying to run into Firebat bunkers. Oh, just run past. That totally works too. Guys, yeah, Firebat comes out of the bunker. A couple SCVs do die here. Nice micro falling back to the bunker. Nope, not being controlled as well there from JAEDONG. Looks like BarrackS is eyeing this for a base, or maybe this for a base. Either way, he's scouting, he's scanning around. Trying to see what's defending this fourth, and it's 4 Ultras. One of them pretty injured, the other is moderately happy. 3 Sunkens coming up on the edge of the creep here from JAEDONG. And another command center coming up. So that's going to be a 4th here, basically going to be put over this based on the location of that CZ construction. So far, I don't know, BarrackS doing okay. I mean, the battle cruisers are worried about the Scourge. They're going to fall back to the Marines, but means they... Ah, good connections there. Muta is not exactly here to fight against battle cruisers. Plague catching both of the BCs. Big hits off on these Ultralisks, though. Not too shabby. Oh, another good Dark Swarm. These plagued units not happy to fight an Ultralisk. JAEDONG keeping his guys inside the Dark Swarm for the time being. And the medics are draining all of their energy off. I mean, it's too late for that. All their energy is gone anyway, so it doesn't really matter if they sit there and just endlessly heal at 1 hit point per 4 seconds. It's all good. Yeah, BarrackS is repairing his plagued battle cruisers. What a boss. What a boss man that he is. Big fan. Big fan of that. More Lings and Ultras rolling into this 4th base position for BarrackS. Not a good look here, but... Oh, gosh. But the Dark Swarm is gone. Another Plague does pop up here. Yeah, this is not happening. This 4th is not happening. That's a full evac, dude. All of these medics, they represent a lot of value. Oh, gosh, to the Terran army here, but I just don't know if they're going to make it back home. The good news is they're not priority targets for anything here, so they are actually dodging a lot of attacks. There we go. Okay, more medics made it out of there than I thought would. So that's great. That's fantastic. JAEDONG's just kind of full sending, though. He's up to 52 drones. He's not at the 65 that he wants, but at this point, with the 5th base coming up top left, he's going to get there. Air weapons getting researched. Wow. Once again, medics find themselves in a non-tenable position. They are all plagued up. The plague does catch 2 of the BCs on the field here. Not exactly what they want to see ever, in fact. Caught an Ultralisk with a plague, too. That's not good. All right, so BarrackS is in an immense amount of trouble. I guess his 4th base is technically running, but oh my gosh. SCV's got plagued. Oh, no. Oh, no. So these SCVs are all dead. Nice plague. Okay, some of them evac'd out of here. Ooh, you're mottoing that Ultralisk chunky. And blah, blah, blah. 2 battlecruisers die. 2 Scourge. Oh my gosh, that was very close to being 3 battlecruisers dead to Scourge after the plague. A radiated Ultralisk taking battlecruiser hits is not exactly what he wants to experience at all, ever. Understandable. I think everybody is in those shoes. So, yeah, we're just battlecruisering our way. With Marines, with medics. I don't like what I see here from BarrackS, except that he's up 144 to 106 supply. It's got fewer workers, but like, JAEDONG is going to send in individual Ultralisks here. Nah, that guy killed 1 Marine. That was not cost efficient in the least bit. I think maybe some tanks at the top of this ramp would be nice, but we're spending our gas on battlecruisers. Don't worry about it. Says BarrackS. It's totally fine. Scourge connections. Take down another BC. D-Matrix on 2 of the BCs. There are no more Scourge, but okay. Maybe a D-Matrix on one of these Marines would have been better. God, that plague is so good. That plague is so frustrating if you're BarrackS. God, like, you clump your units together for half a second and somehow, some way, the Defiler finds you and you're Scourged. I mean, plagued. But also maybe Scourged too. From a battlecruiser sense. Trying desperately to make this 4th base happen. 150 to 118 supply. The cost effectiveness of these battles not particularly great for JAEDONG, but you know, could be worse. 3-2 Adrenal Lings. Oh boy. So once again, the 4th base gonna get ravaged. Nope, doesn't lift the command center. Really should have lifted the command center. This was a Ling Ultra army. Did not have to lose that, BarrackS. Just got to toss that out there. JAEDONG not really mining from this top left base. God, plague on the science vessels. Oh, that's brutal. Okay, so BarrackS is in all of the trouble right now. He doesn't have a 4th base. He doesn't have a 5th base. That never even really attempted to get started anywhere, as far as I know. Scourge connecting on a battlecruiser. Some of them die, but that's kind of what they do. It's just, I don't know, like, the saving grace here for BarrackS is it's not like a ginormously scary Zerg army. Muta got a couple science vessels before it got picked off by the remaining Marines on the ground here, and JAEDONG keeps plaguing his own Ultras. Battle cruisers fighting this top left 5th base of JAEDONG. I mean, killing this I don't think is a win condition, because 3 bases to 4 bases, JAEDONG should still win this base. But I don't know, it makes you feel better, I suppose. Dark Swarm Ling Ultra on a base that has a bunker. Nope. Nope. Lifting the command center would be good. I just don't know why we're not interested in lifting our CCs today, BarrackS. BarrackS, dude. Okay, at least he lifted this one at 145 supply. The invading battlecruisers top left get wiped out by Scourge and a combination of Plague too. Good gravy. Ooh, he's got another CC to replace the 4th. Not that it's contributing anything because it's lifted. And all the SCVs are retreating because there was a Ling attack in there at the same time. Nobody seemed... That was a scan up here, by the way. Nobody seems interested in expanding to these bases. I feel like it'd be pretty easy for JAEDONG to take this. I mean, a lot of the attention from BarrackS is all of it focused up here for obvious reasons. Plague up. not, oh my gosh, that plague is so good. But once again, it's not, I was going to say, it doesn't look like enough Zerg, but everybody's plagued, and there is an Ultralisk in there, and that's another liftoff on the 4th CC. It's on fire. It's not actively burning down, which is like the only saving grace right now for BarrackS. He's got 33 SEVs to 52 drones for the Zerg. We're swarming again. BarrackS is like, okay, so I am Terran. I am capable of winning this game if I just defend and make good trades for the rest of all time and eternity. Kind of seems to be what he's up to here, right? 4th base does keep up with this 5-basing JAEDONG as per usual. Consume. D-Matrix on the battle cruisers. Did you estimate correctly the number of Scourge you need? And, well, one battle cruiser went down. That's going to be a win every time. I don't know. I just feel like on this map, the times I've seen Terrans do better in situations like this is when they've got tanks up here. Right? Tanks here, and kind of pressuring this 5th base while kind of holding this area too. But we're not making tanks today, and I guess I should just make my peace with that, BarrackS. Okay, 1 Dark Swarm. Gonna be pretty good here. The drones on gas get sniped. That's not nothing. Science vessels, 2 of which have been plagued. Getting a nice irradiate off. Another sick plague up here. BarrackS needs this to work, and I just don't think it is. Catching that plague, even just a couple lings coming out of this Dark Swarm is really scary when you've been plagued right in your face. It's extremely terrifying. Radiate up. Plague up on the counter spell situation here. Yeah, this has actually kind of turned into a position where JAEDONG needs this 5th to win. Interestingly enough, I think it's been cost efficient enough here from BarrackS that if he kills this 5th base, he's in a very good position. And even here, if JAEDONG doesn't want to expand to a 6th base, I don't know. Oh, these plagues. This is some of the best plaguing I have seen in an extraordinarily long time. Good grief. Okay, trying to push some Marines and medics and science vessels in here to the 3rd base, or 4th base, sorry, up this way. It's just not enough Terran, I'm afraid. There's a bit of a group over here. Not sure what they're up to. The plague, the Dark Swarm. JAEDONG is doing everything in his power to weaken the enemy army and bolster his against this army that's fairly bereft of splash damage. I don't think there are any fire bats here. 3 fire bats are in production now. Scourge, not enough to kill that BC because of the D-Matrix. Very nice. I don't think there are any fire bats in the comp at the moment, but fire bats are being trickled into this next group that's coming out. So no siege tanks, no fire bats. Irradiate is available at a pretty decent clip. 8 science vessels at this stage of the game are pretty good. Dark Swarm, repair on the BCs, more science vessels joining this party. You know, mottoing the 1 Ultra that exists here, and somehow BarrackS is looking all right. He's up 144 to 115 supply. Where's the Mutalisk to go after these plagued science vessels? Make a Muta, JAEDONG. We've seen you do it before. I don't know. He's pressuring up here. Its attention really seems to be somewhere else, though. Good grief. This is absolutely bonkers. BarrackS is holding on to this 4th base. He's lifted his 4th CC for the 17th time today, it feels like. Again, there have been no battles over these 2 bases at all. In a 30-minute game, no one has even bothered to come down this way. Well, okay, they came... There's the Mutalisk against the science vessels. Nicely done. Caught a couple of them anyway. Just not enough Marines to really do this. God, the Plague to the reinforcing Marines. This 5th base has been under assault, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at here. 118 to 102 supply. The back and forths here. RJB was not wrong to epic tag this one. The swings in overall supply back and forth. One person takes the lead, then the other person takes the lead. Goes back and forth here with these two incredible Korean players. And again, this has been a battleground for so long. I just don't see why no one's going bottom right. But, you know, questioning the dong is a bad idea. Not enough energy. Who's that? Who's the not enough energy? Lifting the command center out of the darkness that has come upon it. Plague, sick plague, big win there from JAEDONG, forcing BarrackS back, forcing that 4th base to land. The 3rd base is looking mighty, just not super happy economically. Number of mineral patches is dwindling quickly here. I think trying to science vessels, no. Science vessels, no. Man, SK Terran with battle cruisers. What is the allure? Like, what exactly is it that makes Terrans try to use it so often? And just, it doesn't win enough. It just doesn't win enough. Historically. Okay, free Scourge hits. A free Defiler. No, he escapes with his skin. And the 4th base lifts for the 27th time today. That's what we're looking about. By the way, hit that like button, man. Subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subs this year. Blah, blah, blah. And every new sub is super helpful. Plague on the science vessels, though. There's nothing in this that's super scary. 3 lings inside the Dark Swarm, not a big deal, but it does kind of keep the Terran at bay. Scourge. 3 hits. Just kidding. No, these battle cruisers actually have +1 attack. So they're all right. And the Marines are at 3-3. Obviously, the Lings are at 3-3 with the Ultra. No, 3-2. Oh, JAEDONG is working on +3 melee. Nice Plague. Oh, gosh. Plagued and Dark Swarm simultaneously. Insult to injury here. Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. Another Plague on the guys that have been previously plagued. Firebats trying desperately to hold on. Anyone got a Yamato? Nope. No Yamatos available. 4 Lings rolling in. The battle cruisers are dead. Ah, no. They represent so many resources. Why? This has been a bloodbath of epic proportions at this base. Look, the fact that JAEDONG is mined out here and mined out here and mined out here, that's interesting. It's a 1 base mining BarrackS against sort of a 1 1/4 base mining JAEDONG, which, okay, 3 Scourge are free. Oh, he plagued the Scourge accidentally. Everything else got plagued too. Another separate plague. Firebats fighting against Sunkens, even if they've got upgrades, is not something they really prefer to do. Oh, these Firebats are getting sacrificed to that Sunken for absolutely no reason. BarrackS has to fall back again. 97 to 64 supply. Nobody is over 100 supply at this stage of the game at 33 minutes. That's how you know it's been scrap-tastic. And absolutely problematic for both players. Nobody's happy about this. JAEDONG shows up with Ultralisk and a bunch of Lings, and guess what? He's got Dark Swarm, and this is SK Terran, so you get way more value out of this than you really should. Nice Plague again. I don't know. I think BarrackS can win this game, but JAEDONG, his spell usage today has been disgustingly on point. This base mining is pretty much all he's got. He's got 2 mineral patches here and then a base in the top left. But he just shut down BarrackS' 4th base for the 18,000th time. We are in a time loop. Oh, don't bring these SCVs in here. Don't bring these SCVs in here. Why are you doing that? Okay, Scourge wipe out one of the science vessels. Scourge wipe out another science vessel. Radiate's getting tossed down. BarrackS trying to rebuild his forces as much as he can, but by gosh, the plagues and the Dark Swarms here. JAEDONG fans are just frothing at the mouth at how amazing this is. How How did all those medics die at the same time? Oh, the Irradiate came in. That's right. Irradiate on a plagued group of bio. I think that's it. We're done. My gosh, the battle for the 4th base was intense and forever. But by golly, did it ever work. Delicious. Delicioso. Oh, that's it. We're done. There is no income at all for BarrackS. This base is mining for JAEDONG. 1 base to 0 is it, and GG says BarrackS. JAEDONG comes out on top. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible stuff here. What a win from JAEDONG. He's at 113 supply. He is not on fire. Not on fire by any stretch. Excuse me. Goodness. All right. Well, that was something. I don't know that I've seen a battle last that long at a single base in a long time. It's not ever. We've definitely had some maps in some games where there's been a battle at a certain base for, 15, 20 minutes, which is basically what this was. But at the end of the day, this thing lifted too much. It died a couple times. BarrackS could not hold on to it. The battle cruisers, guess what? Were not the answer against the Zerg player who's using Plague and Dark Swarm and Scourge to such effect. Just got to toss out the truth, man. More Plagues, more Dark Swarms than I've seen in a while from a Zerg, but that's just JAEDONG. That's how he is. He's at 386 APM at 35 minutes. He's got a giant line of Defilers, which is fun. And he gets the win. Again, the fact that nobody at all expanded down here is confounding to me. Nobody tried. I don't know if it's just like we can't defend these bases if we take them. They're too far away. If we concentrate all our forces up here, we can get it, but I don't know. Hit that like button, though. 292,093 to 251 in favor of JAEDONG. 1,300 Zerg units were produced today. That's a lot of Zerg. So almost a 3-to-1 outproduction ratio, and the kill death ratio was only 2 to 1 here. 12 to 9 buildings raised, a fairly meaningless metrics in this matchup most of the time, and then JAEDONG did outspend BarrackS with really only 1 extra base by about, my goodness, 23,000 resources here in 35 minutes. The math, it checks out. That was good. That was really, really good. All right, so GG. That was, man, a really, really, really great display of how to play ZVT. The spellcasting, he went up to Defilers very quickly, went up to Adrenal very quickly, and it paid off. It paid off in the end, as it usually does for Zerg players who do those things. So, just GG. Everything's great, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all/Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.